Olga Vandermeer was crossed in love and contemplating suicide when she saw an advertisement in the Telegraph for a headmistress to St Trinians. For days, she pondered whether to take the plunge from the roof of her apartment building or apply for the job. She chose a fate worse than death.
Okay, get Flash.
Yeah, I've got customers, you know.
It's the Action Committee, Flash. They want you urgent.
What? What's cooking?
Well, it ain't chop suey.
Well, it's highly inconvenient. I've got a wedding party at 10 o'clock. Butterfly prawns, Peking duck, a lot. Well, girls, what's this all about?
Fraternal greetings, brother.
Flash, you're a big union man, aren't you?
Boss of the Boot Boys Union, are you not?
Never mind. The National Association of Schools Footwear Cleansing Operatives and Allied Technicians.
We need your advice. Be careful, Flash.
What's your dream, Gary?
Read him the resolution.
Motion carried unanimously at a meeting of the St Trinians Action Committee. This school hereby resolves to form a trade union which shall be called the Union of British Schoolgirls.
Yeah, we're going to demand free ice cream and Coke.
And free motorbikes. I'll settle for a mink coat.
Now, hold it, girls, hold it. Let me ask you a pregnant question. What are you going to do when the ministry gives you the brush off?
We'll strike. Stop work.
We don't do any anyway, so what difference will it make?
Listen, listen. You kids have got to use your loads. It's no use just forming a union on your own. No clout. Oh, you'd have to get all the girls' schools in the country to join you. There's only one way of doing that.
What's that?
Infiltration.
You mean get inside other schools?
Then form cells.
My dad spent 3 years in one of those. He got his Open University degree there.
It's not that kind of cell knit. Well, you'd have to get into every blooming girls' school in the country.
Then what?
And you could declare a closed shop. It's the classic formula what Mark's dreamed up. Light, anyone?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ursula. Right, now, what was I saying?
You were talking about a guy called Marx.
Oh, yeah. Good old Carl. Well, you'd have to form a closed shop, like what Mark said.
But I thought he opened a shop with a chap called Spencer.
Not that Mark's low. That geezer went in for a different line of business.
What's a closed shop then?
A closed shop is a shop what nobody can't get in and nobody can't get out, but what all free workers has to belong to in the interest of democracy. Now, if you were running one of them, you'd have real clout. And what's the use? Getting into all them schools, it just ain't practical. Blimey, the wedding dinner. You've got to go or the marriage will be consummated before they've had their Peking duck.
You do shorthand and typing, don't you?
I'm learning. Why?
I got the Gazette today. Required. Junior secretary to Barron and Pages. They're the agents that advise parents where to send their kids to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I rang them. The job's still going.
I'm sure put in the recommended quantity.
Listen, Aggie, if we could get you into Barron and Page's, we could find out what schools have got vacancies.
I was mixing that for the firework display on Parents' Day.
Come on, Aggie, first things first. Look, if we're going to infiltrate these other schools, don't you remember what Harry said? We've got to get into these places. The only way we'll do it is to get the proper gen on these places.
Time for lunch, Agatha?
Oh, I brought my sandwiches with me, Miss Summers. I want to study my shorthand.
Splendid. 20 words a minute is hardly sufficient, even for Mr. Barron after a business lunch. I'll be back at 2.
You know something? I thought you was joking.
Us?
Yeah. Well, you done great. What about all them top schools? Porchester, Idown, that lot. I don't see none of them here.
Hey, Flash, Porchester's hopped on education. That's not our scene.
Maybridge had gone on classical music, Beethoven and that jazz.
And Highdown turned us down flat.
Hinted our letters are fake.
Yeah, you can't win them all, Flash.
Well, you can't declare a closed shop till you have, love. It's all very well getting into Miss Calico Draw's college for young ladies in Swanage and that class of dump. You've got to land the big uns first. If you girls want to become a properly constituted trade union, officially recognised by the TUC, then you've got to get into them posh schools by hook or by crook.
Good gracious me.
That's quite enough, Anthea. Next entrant, please. You know, her style reminds me of Yehudi Menuhin. If I close my eyes, I can almost see. Oh, yeah.
Hello? Aggie?
Baron and Page.
It's me, Lizzie.
Oh, hello.
Any luck with Highdown?
Yeah, there's a new girl, Angela Hall, who's been accepted. She's coming from the Middle East next Wednesday. Being met by her aunt and catching the 4:15 from Victoria. She's English, dark, 15, and wears her hair on top in a bun.
Yes, here we are. That's it. Yes, sir. Excuse me. Are you travelling all the way to Eastbourne?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Now remember, darling, you're being met at Eastbourne by one of the schoolmistresses named Miss Taylor. Goodbye, my darling. You'll be all right. Work hard. And don't forget, write to your mother and father.
Lizzie! Tilly! Frida! Right, you! Get your clothes off!
What I am making the complaint about is how this state of affair has not been taken to my notice before.
Oh, we thought they'd come back. There's always been a degree of absenteeism, as you know, Miss Vandermeer.
But not 42 girls at the same time. You do not think they have come back to their parents?
The phone would be hot with howls if they had. They're even more unpopular at home than they are here. Is that possible?
Why don't we call a hall meeting and ask?
Ask what? Hands up, girls, who are not here. The only reason I engaged you as sports mistress, Miss Adams, is because you were the only one to apply. Can nobody tell me what has happened to these girls?
I tried an acceptable amount of torture, but they told me if they squealed, they'd be sent to Coventry.
Coventry is a town in the Midlands, is it not so, Miss Welsh? Are you or are you not a geography mistress?
Yes. Yes, I believe it is somewhere around there.
Sent to Coventry simply means if they open their mouths, the other girls won't speak to them.
A conspiracy, yeah? Then we must get to the foots of it. We must top their phone calls. We must bugger the dormitories.
Tap their phone calls. Bug the dormitories.
I remember now, it's near Birmingham.
I do not want to hear any more about that Midland town, Miss Walsh. 42 of our girls are missing. It will be Parents' Day in a few weeks. If they do not find their children here, what do you think they will say?
I think you'll get a mixed reaction.
They will shut their heads off. You know that. We must find out at once where the little beasts are and bring them back. The future of our school depends on it.
Yours, you mean?
Curtains. Old chocolate box has got a minces on you.
Oh, stuff her. What do you think about demands, Harry?
Okay. But I tell you, the ministry won't take no notice till you show your solidarity.
How do we show our solidarity?
Yeah, well, by following recognised union procedure.
What's that?
Well, you take one of them posh schools and you fet it out some legitimate cause for strike action.
Such as?
Well, a bit of unprovoked corporal punishment, like a kick up the jackson from the headmistress. Or being expelled without due regard for the sanctity of human rights.
You mean we've got to cook up something?
That's not the language of Transport House, sister. You've got to have an unassailable reason that'll have every schoolgirl in Britain screaming for blood. Then you can demand what you like. Hello. Gotta go now. Me own union meeting. Richdean are asking our operative there to spray polish the girls' shoes without extra pay. I'm going to have to call our lads out.
Hey, let's phone Tilly at Highdown. If we've got to start something, that's the place, and she's the girl. You lot wait here.
They've been tapping the calls all day. They've cut us off. Now what?
I think you're running a terrible risk allowing this swimming session.
If anyone can find out what are the dark doings here, it is Miss Adams. She has the whole confidence of the girls.
Well, she hasn't mine. A -5 IQ.
IQ? What is IQ? At the first sign of trouble, Miss Adams will contact us on the walkie-talkie. We can be at Sharon Bay in 5 minutes.
Hey, Poppy. You told me you were a champion swimmer. I bet you can't race Mavis to that boat out there. What do you bet?
A bottle of bubble bath stuff? You're wrong. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for, Mavis, dear.
Okay, I'll be started then. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! here. Right, everybody in. Mavis, hurry!
Over, or whatever it is, over.
This is the Action Committee speaking. We've a message for the old sow. If any of your mob go snooping into our business, they'll catch more than a cold next time. You've been warned. Roger, out.
What on earth does that mean? Never mind what it means. Into the car.
The ball's in your court now, Tilly. Serve it hot, kid.
Gracious, there's a naked woman beckoning us.
Oh, Ern, we're not stopping for any Swedish hitchhiker.
Great heavens, it's Miss Adams!
Highdown, Britain's most exclusive girls' school.
Miss Dormancott will be here in 1 moment.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mrs. Mowbray. I'm Miss Dormancott. My second Miss Taylor. Now, I'm sorry I had to ask you here, but I understand from the embassy that anything to do with Princess Roxanne should be referred to you.
That's right.
You will not, of course, expect me to call her Angela.
Of course not.
Normally I have an aversion to having girls here under a pseudonym.
No greater than His Highness's, I'm sure. And if it weren't for his fears of kidnapping.
I appreciate his concern. What I fail to understand is Roxanne's behavior.
Roxanne?
I simply cannot tolerate it. There is not a wall here that has not been daubed with a mass of mindless gibberish. It is disrupting the entire life of the school.
And whenever we try to reason with Roxanne, we are greeted with a whole host of 4-letter words, most of which I'm told are rude.
But I simply don't understand it. Roxanne's mother comes from the best part of Leicestershire. She's never been known to swear.
We are speaking of the same girl, are we not, Mrs. Mowbray?
It doesn't sound at all like it to me.
Have Angela Hall brought here at once. Excuse me, Mrs. Mowbray. I hope there hasn't been some ghastly error. Like the time you went to Victoria Station to meet little Lee Hung from Hong Kong and came back with little Lee Sung from that East End laundry.
Oh, I'm sure that nothing like that could conceivably have happened. You put Roxanne on the train at Victoria, did you not, Mrs. Mowbray?
Yes, I did. In a first-class compartment with an elderly lady reading The Country Life, and she was travelling all the way.
And I collected her at Eastbourne.
Then there can't possibly have been any mix-up. Come here at once, Angela.
What do you want?
But this is not my niece.
Lee Hung and Lee Sung. It's a replay.
Who are you, girl? What are you doing at Highdown?
Hang loose, Grandma. All right, so I'm not Angela. How's your father? What are you going to do about it?
What are we going to do about it? We're going to have you removed from the school immediately.
Well, you're going to have a strike on your hands if you do, matey. It's going to be all out, sisters.
You insolent child. Get up.
Harcourt is the name. Matilda Harcourt of St Trinians. Heaven preserve us. I'm the democratically appointed shop steward of the British Schoolgirls Union Highdown branch. And if I go, it'll be victimization.
Don't talk that juvenile piffle to me. Go to your room and pack your bags, you wanton creature. You will be escorted to the station in half an hour.
Okay. That's how you want it, love. Here, you got a fag on ya? Got a fag on ya?
Puppy?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't smoke.
Oh. It's no good asking you to git. Blimey, what a dump. No fags. no drink, and no men. You call that education? Oh. One reads about it. One knows it goes on. But until now, it has never been my lot to come face to face with it. I must have led a very sheltered life.
What has happened to Roxanne? Where is she?
You say that there was a woman reading Country Life who was travelling with her all the way to Eastbourne?
Yes, that's quite right.
There was nobody in the compartment when I collected this St Trinians freak.
What are you suggesting?
Well, supposing, what's a dreadful thought, supposing the woman spirited the princess away to kick her legs in some cabaret in, well, Benghazi.
Miss Taylor, ladies in first-class compartments who read Country Life do not spirit girls away to kick their legs in Benghazi. No. This miserable wretch was substituted for Roxanne by a bunch of St Trinians no-goods, and that's where she's being kept.
But that's kidnapping.
Oh, nothing of the sort. A schoolgirl prank. A wicked one, but a prank.
I don't think His Highness will regard it in that light.
There is no reason why he should hear. Miss Taylor, get me the headmistress of St Trinians. Rest assured, madam, Roxanne will be back in a few hours.
I sincerely hope so. I don't have to remind you that His Highness rules one of the richest oil-producing countries in the world.
Mrs. Mowbray, we are not interested in politics at Highdown.
I wonder if St Trinians is on the telephone.
If you had carried out my orders, none of this would have happened. Turn over.
I want it on the blower, Olga, headmistress of Highdown.
Highdown? What can she want with me?
Maybe she's going to appoint you her successor.
Highdown? Yeah. Hello? You wish to speak to the headmistress of St Trinians? I am heard that she, Olga von der Meer.
Good morning. I have to speak to you about a very delicate subject. One of my pupils is missing.
Oh, there is not much delicate about that. Between ourselves, 42 of mine are missing.
One of them is here.
That makes 41 then.
I am not talking about wholesale absenteeism, Miss Vandermeer. I am inquiring about a pupil of mine, Angela Hall, who has been abducted.
You mean taken by force?
To your establishment, unless I'm very much mistaken.
Really? Will you hold the line a minute, please? Have we an Angela Hall here, Miss Martingale?
I don't recall the name.
Could you describe her place? 15, slim, brown eyes, 5'4", black hair in a bun. I'll see if I can find her and call you back. Oh, we have enough trouble finding our own girls without searching for other people's. Have we anyone here answering that description?
I really couldn't say. I'm afraid the girls are only numbers to me. If anyone throws a brick or a beer bottle at me, I'm liable to remember her. Otherwise, they're all just so many blank faces.
I'm happy that you take such a personal interest, Miss Martingale. See if you can find the child. It is Miss McTavish and Miss Cook's rest period. Get them to help you.
The present Austro-Yugoslav frontier was agreed by plebiscite in 1920. You can see over there if you care to look. The Albanian frontier, however, remained in suspense for a considerable number of...
Is there a girl here named Angela Hall? Seems she strayed to the wrong school. She's 15, with brown eyes and black hair, worn in a bun. No? Well, if any of you come across her, report to Miss Vandermeer at once. Carry on, Miss Horse.
The Albanian border there remained in suspense for a considerable number of years.
Hey, Big! They're after Angela! Leave that to take her to the West Tower!
I can certainly say that Angela Hall is here, but it may take some time to find her. Our school is a large building. We have some 120 rooms rambling over.
Oh. Miss Vandermeer, if you could avoid the rambling and find the girl, it would be more helpful.
That girl left it there.
Girl.
Overeducated pig. I want the entire staff here at once.
Miss Adams? Poppy? What is going on here?
I don't know. I've got a cold. I think they do this in Holland.
Baffles me what they do across the channel. By now it should be boiling point. You're okay. Now come along, Poppy. We've got to search the grounds for some dreary girl. Come on.
In 1919, Bulgaria was first to cede this area here.
It's happened! I've been expelled from Idaho! What? I told them! I'll give them a proper warning! Right, that's it! It's all out, sisters!
And after that, Bulgaria.
Miss Martingale and Miss Adams search the west wing, Miss Coke the east wing, please, and Miss McTavish the dormitories.
Go. Oh, what in heaven's name is all this?
We're on strike.
Don't be so childish. Remove this tomfoolery at once.
Beat it, scum.
You wouldn't dare.
My guess is they would.
You cannot have searched the west wing yet.
We couldn't get to it. There's that furniture on the stairs.
Oh, they blocked the east wing. The little lumps say they're on strike.
Oh, dear. What will they think of next?
It's true. Matilda Harcourt rushed in and shouted, "I've been expelled." And Elizabeth Stratton yelled, "It's all out, sisters." And the whole class tore off, leaving me, well, in the middle of Yugoslavia.
Near Birmingham.
This time they've really overstepped the mark.
It's naked terrorism.
Well, you should know. What are you going to do about it, Olga?
For the moment, I think we'd better present a small profile. Nobody must know. I suppose we better inform High Down about the child. Somebody has been taking the hard centers. I have spoken of this before. My mother sends these chocolates from Holland. Please, only to take the soft centers. There is a chart here.
Miss Dormancott?
Hello? No, I'm afraid we cannot recover your little George tonight. We have a minor local problem. Well, if you must know, the girls are on strike.
On strike?
Miss Dormancott, Dolly, to tell you...
Miss Taylor, I am on the phone. Miss Vandermeer, if you cannot deal with rebellion at your school, I must call in somebody who can. I demand my pupil back. Strike. At a girls' school. There's a sit-in here. It's inconceivable. I beg your pardon?
They say they've withdrawn their labour.
What tish-tosh is that? Have the head prefect brought here?
Well, there isn't a head prefect, only a cell.
A cell?
I think it's a kind of group. The Bishop of East Hampton's daughter is one of them.
I don't want to know who they are. Have them brought up. At once.
Send up the cell, please.
You're thinking of calling the police. I should call the embassy first.
Ah, no, not at all. That would entail the most undesirable publicity. Miss Taylor, get me the ministry. The Minister for Female Education. I'm sorry about this little complication, Mrs. Mowbray. It should be quickly cleared up. Would you care to stay to lunch?
Well, Yes, I think I should under the circumstances.
I'm afraid it's the usual school fare. What is it today?
Toad in the hole, prunes and tapioca pudding. Hello? Oh, is that the ministry? Female education department, please.
Cells, sit-ins, Mrs. Mowbray. Oh, it's not us. It's not possible at Highdown. What on earth is that?
I suppose it could be the tapioca pudding. Oh. Hello? Female education? Oh, this is Highdown Ladies' College. Miss Dormancott would like to speak to the minister on a matter of the utmost importance. Oh. Oh, dear. The minister is in Monte Carlo attending an international educational conference for the underprivileged.
Oh, I will speak to the departmental chief then.
Hello?
Sir, Mr. Culpepper Brown, you're wanted on the telephone.
Oh, really, Miss Carfax? Can't Mr. Butters take it? I'm due at lunch.
It's Miss Dormancott from Highdown College, sir. She says it's a matter of great urgency.
Probably some cabinet minister's brat has got chicken pox or something. Yes, good morning. Yes, Culpepper Brown, Permanent Secretary, Female Education, speaking, yes. Yes? Yes, Miss Dormancott, you have a problem, and I have a luncheon appointment. What did you say? Miss Carfax, will you fetch Mr. Butters and Miss Brenner from the staff canteen immediately? Madam, unfortunately, the minister is in Monte Carlo. Yes. Yes, but of course I shall endeavor to contact him at the tables, at the conference tables. Yes. Yes, madam, you may rest assured that we shall take every positive and immediate action. Yes, of course, yes. Yes. What school did you say that this little princess is held captive?
St. Trinians.
Miss Dovecott, I promise you that this little actress, little princess, will be back with you yesterday. Am I saying?
You wanted us?
Something appalling has happened.
Yes, we had that impression.
It's all right. Well, sit down and put that thing down. A princess from one of the richest oil countries in the world has been kidnapped from Highdown College. Now, just think of the political implications of that. Fortunately, we know the name of the school that she's been taken to.
And I can't quite see the problem, sir.
The school is on strike.
On strike? But that sort of thing could only happen at, well, at a place like...
Oh, no. Not there. It isn't true. But what has it got to do with us, sir? St. Trinians is no longer recognized by us.
In a case like this, the ministry has a grave responsibility. So, a swift recovery of the child before her father finds out will be the object of your mission.
My mission?
And I'm already a quarter of an hour late for an urgent luncheon with the chairman of the 12-letter alphabet society. They want to go metric. So you'll catch the next train to St. Trinians and bring that child back at once. What do you think you're doing?
My psychiatrist advised it in moments of extreme stress. Please don't ask me to go, sir. Anyone but me.
Now, Mr. Butters, get down off that chair. I take it you wouldn't want to place your future MBE in jeopardy, would you?
MBE? If I go, I shall deserve the George Cross.
Miss Brenner, you will accompany Mr. Butters.
Oh, I had hoped to visit my mother in Harpenden this afternoon. She hasn't been at all well.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, I'm due on the couch at...
Now, Mr. Butters, this is top priority. And Butters, I would remind you that in a moment of confidence, you told me that you held the highest tenderfoot badge known to the Boy Scouts. Now, this is your opportunity to put that knowledge into play. But no more. Now, Miss Brenner, this child may need a woman's smile to comfort her and a woman's breast to cry upon. And you are adequately equipped for that task, so good luck to you both. And may your mission bear fruit.
Fruit? The skeleton in our cupboard has come home to roost.
College, Walton,
that now?
392.
We'll call it 400. What? A quid a telegram?
Where the heck are we going to get £400 from?
Well, apart from having a bash at the African drums, I can't think of anything.
Maggie, carry on with the telegrams. They'll go out. How much bread did you say Angela had in her bag?
£900 odd.
Right, we'll borrow 400. It's a union decision, Mag. Just make her out an IOU.
Well, well. We've got strike breakers.
Strike breakers!
Miss Brenner? All clear? Oh, there you are. Oh. Oh, dear. An informer, do you think?
I've stopped thinking, Mr. Butters. Hello, dear. Where are you? Mr. Butters, it is no part of our duty to place ourselves in peril.
Oh, very well.
We're friends, little girl. Friends, darling. Where are you? Hello. We're here to help you. We're friends, darling.
Oh, it's you, Miss Brenner.
But how can we stop them?
We could cut off their electricity, I suppose.
It's the gas we should cut off. Another demo.
Right, that's what happens when someone tries to cross our peaceful picket lines. Long live the schoolgirls' strike!
Who do you think that miserable couple are?
Civil servants, I'd say, from his bowler hat and the cut of her drawers.
Looking for the hideout girl, I suppose.
I do wish we could find that tiresome child. We were in the news of the world last week. It'll be the Sunday People's next.
Couldn't we find someone to negotiate, Olga? Who?
Well, the only person I know who is persona grata with us and the girls is dear Harry.
Oh, that stinker still cooking fat hair oil and cheap cigars. Oh. Well, if we must, we must, I suppose. Get him, Miss Martingale.
I can provide you with regulation officer's trousers, sir, and skirt, madam. I am not permitted to supply the tunics, but I'm sure we shall find suitable apparel in our sports pavilion.
Do you think they will mistake us for football fans?
Miss Brenner, very few people die of shame. I shall join them when we reach Victoria.
Come in.
Afternoon, Miss V.
You have been a long time.
Well, it's me toilet.
Something wrong with your plumbing?
My kind of toilet. Me bath. Me coiffure. Lying on me back to get into me jeans. All takes time, you know. Right, you wanted to chat, missus?
Yes, that was the idea. Sit down, will you? If you can. We do not see a great deal of each other.
You know how it is. You do your thing, I do mine.
But those things should have the same objective, the welfare of our girls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that. Do you mind if I smoke?
If you must. You have heard the girls are on strike.
Lovely, I'm helping them with it. Assisting them freely as a fellow worker to assert their democratic rights.
That covers almost everything these days, does it not? You know about this high-down girl?
What high-down girl?
Your fellow workers have kidnapped her.
Oh, I wouldn't approve of that. Definitely not.
Then perhaps you can persuade them to return her.
I've been under wage restraint for 12 months, you know.
There is no money to pay higher salaries.
I'll make you an offer. If I negotiate the return of this kid, you hand me the first 5 autumn school fees that come in.
Not possible. I always reserve the first 5 for my winter holiday in Mallorca. 6, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Then let's you and me take the first dozen autumn fees and split them 50-50. How's about it?
You are twisting my arm. If the girl is here by tomorrow, I will split the first 10, not counting music lessons, karate, parachute jumping, or any other of the usual extras.
Fair enough. Ah, chockies. Do you mind if I do?
Sub-centers, if you please. There is a chart here.
Oh, pineapple fondue with quiche. Lovely.
Press early today.
No commentary.
Oh, Malvern.
Fantastic. Wickham Abbey. Hi, Harry. Strike's going great. We've had 156 telegrams and letters, all pledging support.
Then what have you been up to? Kidnapping this girl from Highdown?
Well, you said we were to infiltrate.
I never said you could collar nobody. You got to hand her back.
We can't, not yet.
Why not?
Because we borrowed 400 quid from a ram bag to send out the strike notices.
School kid with all that dough? Well, what's her dad do, for Pete's sake?
I think he owns a petrol station. She said something about us not getting any more oil from his place, if he heard.
Sounds like one of those motorway garages. Kidnapping? Nicking 400 smackers? You could go to jail, you big uns, if you don't return it.
Yeah, where are we supposed to get 400 quid from?
Yeah, we could get the ministry to fork out. They want the girl back bad. They sent 2 creeps down here to get her.
Yeah, something in that. Only taxpayers' money. You leave this to me, girls. This is the kind of industrial negotiation I specialise in.
But I assure you, Mrs. Mowbray, the occasion will not arise for His Highness to cancel the 3 frigates. Roxanne will be back at Highdown very, very shortly. We have a positive plan for her recovery. Yes, and I'll call you back immediately. Right.
Miss Catherine Higgs, sir.
Good morning, Miss Higgs. Take a seat, please. You're a detective, I understand.
Inquiry agent, love. I started work with Mudford and Marsh, donkeys years ago, as a professional correspondent.
Correspondent?
No, co-respondent, yeah. Going off with gentlemen that wanted divorces and that. Of course, all that went up the spout when they changed the law, like, so then they transferred me to the Special Investigation Department. Mind you, I see the world now, you know. I mean, in the old days, it used to be Brighton, Brighton, Brighton. Nowadays, it's, you know, south of France, Mexico, Bahamas, you name it.
Well, you won't be going so far afield this time.
Oh, well, no, make a change, huh? I've never done a school before.
The problem will be not to be done by the school.
Oh, they'll have to get up very early in the morning to catch me. Sugar lump.
I rang the headmistress and said I understood she had a vacancy for a chemistry mistress.
How'd you find that out?
The last incumbent was blown up. She has no wish to return.
Went a bit to pieces, did she? Don't worry, love. I'll be in and out of that dump so quick no one will have a chance to put anything under me.
And I obviously don't need to warn you that this is a hazardous assignment.
Oh, bless you, Bubbles. I'm used to hazards. Should have seen some of the types I had to go to Brighton with.
Mr. Culpepper Brown, sir. There's a man on the phone named Harry. It's about that girl. He says he's the footwear and cleansing operative at St Trinians.
Oh, I don't think I have to talk to him.
Oh, I think you should. Bubbles?
Oh, I put him through you. Well, it only remains for me to wish you good luck, Miss Higgs.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, love. Don't worry, I'll be back here with a kid before you can say H2SO4. I mean, until today, I thought that was a character in a James Bond movie.
He's on your line, sir.
Yes.
Here. Got paper black?
I understand that you're employed at St Trinians and that you have a message for me.
Yeah, well, not so much a message as a proposition, see. You want this eye-down girl back, don't you? Well, I can deliver her.
Well, indeed?
For a consideration.
What do you mean by that?
2,000 quid.
2,000 pounds. 2,000 pounds?
In Reddy's. I've had another offer, see. It didn't have to be £2 to make it worth my while.
Are you aware that what you're saying is tantamount to a threat of extortion?
Hold it, brother. It's my intention to give this money to the St Trinian Strike Fund. Some of it.
Are you suggesting that the Ministry of Education should subsidise a school strike?
Subsidise? Donate. Look, I tell you what. You consult your bosses, and I'll ring you back in 24 hours' time, all right?
Oi, are you likely to be much longer? Because I've got an Ulster back.
Well, I hope it runs a smashing race for you. Till the final furlong and comes in last.
I'm sorry I was not able to show you more of our school, Miss Hicks, but only a third of it is under my control. You'll find the staff here an oddly assorted lot, rather like these chocolates. Somebody's been in them again. But one thing we have in common is that we never worry about the children's, and somehow that binds us together.
Not so much a happy family as a slap-happy one, eh? Is photography included in the curriculum, eh?
It used to, until somebody went off with the... I was rather expecting a visit from Harry.
Oh, yeah, the aging rocker with a talking T-shirt.
Our boot person.
In sympathy with the girls.
As far as that is humanly possible.
Right, girls. Now, one for the sun.
Quite a modern school, isn't it?
We do our best.
English newspapers, gentlemen.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Telegraph and Guardian, eh, Humphrey?
Thank you.
And let's have the Sun, too, my dear. I always believe in covering a broad cross-section of the media, Humphrey.
You sure you don't mean a cross-section of the Broads, Charles?
It says here that the girls of St Trinians are on strike. Mind you, I'm told there's always trouble there.
Well, it appears they're not alone. There's a sit-in at Highdown.
Not the Highdown, surely.
It seems so. And at Milbourne, the girls there took their teachers' clothes away and sent them to Oxfam.
Sure.
A deserving cause, of course.
Humphrey, you may make jokes of that sort in the Ministry of the Environment, but in my ministry, we're used to dealing with vital matters like these. Very seriously.
Hello?
Right.
Good morning, Sir Charles. Take Sir Charles's hat, brothers, will you? We're glad to see you back, Minister.
Looking awfully fit, if I may say so, Sir
Your
Charles.
conference must have done you good.
What's all this about a strike at St Trinians, Milbourne and Highdown? Something must have sparked it off.
A kidnapping, Minister. St Trinians did it and substituted one of their own girls. Highdown threw the wretched child out. And St Trinians called a strike.
Have the police been informed?
Oh, we wanted to avoid publicity, sir.
Avoid it? You seen this? Half-naked girls on the back of a sports car. What goes on here?
Allow me to explain, Minister. The kidnapped girl is a daughter of Prince Naruz of Mabuta, the oil country.
Oh, my God. Does the Mabuta embassy know about this?
Well, we are hoping to settle it, sir, before they find out.
Let me apply my mind to the problem. Oh. It's for you, Mr. Butters, your flatmate, Dennis.
Oh, dear.
Mr. Butters is busy. May I take a message? It's about your dinner party tonight. He said, should he peel the grapes?
Really? I simply don't know. Just say he can do what he likes.
He says you can do what you like with your grapes. Where was I?
Applying your mind.
Huh? Yeah, yes. Well, surely the sensible thing would be to get Highdown to take back this St Trinians girl, thus eliminating the cause of the problem.
If I may say so, Sir Charles, that's an absolutely splendid solution to the problem.
So simple, I don't know why we didn't think of it.
Have to have the right kind of mind. Get me the headmistress of Highdown. You had an accident?
Oh, no, sir. Merely roughed up a little in the line of duty.
You sent him to rescue the princess?
I did, sir.
Then I need hardly ask if the girl is still there.
No, sir.
No. And then you sat on your backsides?
I engaged a detective, sir.
A detective? All that was called for was a little common sense. Oh. There's something in this water.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. That's my fizzy nerve pills.
The headmistress of Highdown.
What's the woman's name?
Dormancott.
Good afternoon, Miss Dormancott. Minister speaking. No, I don't think we've had the pleasure. I wanted to have a word with you about this so-called strike. It's a joke, of course. Well, as you say, a bad joke, but one nevertheless that must be firmly dealt with. Now, what I'm going to suggest, as a temporary measure, is that you should take back this St Trinians girl.
No!
And shortly after, we will exchange her for a certain little lady you and I wot of. Eh?
On no account would I so much as contemplate having that St Trinians freak back. Morale here would sink like a stone, if indeed it has any further to fall.
Miss Dormancott, as you know, it is no part of my government's policy to oblige any school to go comprehensive. But there are cases where it could be of advantage to the community.
Sir Charles, Highdown is one of the last citadels of private education.
Madam, do you want to go comprehensive or not?
I'll take her back.
I knew you'd see reason, Miss Dormancott. Good day to you. All a matter of handling.
One can recognize their statesmanlike approach at a glance, sir.
Now, you will let it be known to the kidnappers that Highdown have agreed to take back that St Trinians girl. This will remove the cause of the strike, and they will call it off. Release the princess from the dungeons, and everybody will live happily ever after. Off you go, Butters. Just follow my blueprint.
Peel the grapes. Just one other matter, Minister. This letter to the Left Action Democratic Students' Union, I think it'd be better if you signed it yourself, sir, since you know the secretary.
Evan Williams. Yes, he's a damn nuisance. What have you said?
Why, this you couldn't possibly agree to negotiate with such a small organization.
Yeah, that's quite right. Young idiot thinks he's running the transport and general workers. But let's get back to St Trinians. The girls can't all be bad.
Oh, no, they're not at all that. I mean, they're not all of them bad.
Just 99% of them, Minister.
Is anyone at home? What do you want? I have a message here from the ministry. It's for your senior shop steward. I think they're suing for peace.
piece. Does that mean we've won? Looks like it.
The Ministry have caved in. We've won! I can't have agreed to take Matilda back.
Are you not daft? If you let Matilda go back to Highdown, you're stoppered. I mean, it was because she was victimised that you went on strike. She's your ace in the hole, right? Then hang on to her and bang in your demands to the Ministry pronto. You've got clout now. Real clout. So use it.
Quite the little traveller. Eh?
Hey, who are you?
Hello, love. I'm Katie Higgs, new chemistry mistress.
Oh, right. I hope you've taken a course in bomb disposal.
I thought I'd come to you for that. They tell me you know what tech's around here.
What do you want?
Just a natter. Not a lot going on, really. There was a strike on and that. Half the girls have opted to stir it up elsewhere.
You mean they was engaged on legitimate union business?
Like kidnapping.
Are you Scotland Yard?
Never heard of the place.
All the girls did was to substitute one student operative for another. Now the Ministry wants to change them back.
Is that a fact?
This the union will not sanction.
Not even for 2,000 quid.
Who you been talking to? Here. You ain't no chemistry mistress.
Maybe I ain't, love. But you and I could make really good chemistry together. Know what I mean? Now, you told the Ministry you could deliver the kid for a couple of grand, right?
I made an off-the-record observation.
They can't dish out public money like that. The girl's old man came up with a lolly.
He has?
On delivery of the kid.
The girls trust me. I'm not all things to all people, you know.
No, you want to be all things to just some of the people, including yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be left out in the cold, aren't you, Chutney?
What? We run out of crispy spring rolls.
Hop it. The dough wouldn't be for me, you know. It'd go to the strike fund.
Oh, naturally. Less your expenses.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah, well, the question is, does it comply with my social conscience?
Well, you wrestle with that, one boy. You give it the best of 3 falls and let me know. I'll be in the shop, having a bash at the sweet and sour bowls.
I can't make out what this Democratic Students' Union stands for. The demand for first-class hotel accommodation with private bathrooms scarcely shows belief in equality, does it?
There's a schoolgirl from St Trinians to see you, sir.
This can only mean...
They've returned their St Trinians wretch and called off the strike. Oh, isn't that jolly good, I say?
Yes, well, I'm not accustomed to interviewing schoolgirls, but, all right. Show her in. Now, be careful not to show your feelings in front of this little girl.
Which one of you slags is Culpepper Brown?
That is no way to address one of Her Majesty's civil servants. I am Mr. Culpepper Brown.
Oh, yeah, well, shove your snout into this, mister. Arrivederci.
Of Italian extraction, possibly?
Rather bulky, isn't it? Merely to say yes.
British Schoolgirl Union's resolution passed by the Headquarters Action Committee are full and just demand.
Oh, no. It can't be true.
Well, I'm afraid it is, Miss Bella. Get down off that chair, man.
But my psychiatrist...
Don't give a damn what your psychiatrist says. Get down.
Anything very worrying, sir?
I just don't believe this, you know. This must be a joke. It can't mean anything else, can it? Well, can it?
Would you like a glass of water, sir?
Perhaps one of my fizzy nerve pills, sir.
No, thanks. Get me the Minister's Secretary of the House of Commons. We must see him immediately.
Good afternoon. Sit down, won't you? I take it you come to report on the exchange of those schoolgirls. I'm afraid I won't be able to give you much time. Division bell, you know. We're voting today on the bill to bring back the birch. It's a 3-line whip. Well, and when did the little princess get back to Highdown?
She has not gone back, Minister. The strike is still on.
They've turned down my offer.
Oh, worse than that, sir. They've come back with the most impossible demands. Sir.
Have they been damned?
Perhaps you would care to read them, sir.
Good God. Wads of them.
Yes, sir.
Holidays with pay? Well, that's in line with what the students' union's after, isn't it?
Move on to the last page, Minister, please.
The union has decided that the personality cult manifested at the ministry is responsible for the ills of feminine education. We therefore demand that the civil servants named should be disciplined in the following manner. Mr. Culpepper Brown shall, for 3 months, become porter at St Trinians. Miss Brenner shall scrub the floors and clean the lavatories. Miss Brenner, please.
Read on, sir.
Mr. Peregrine Butters shall perform the duties of matron at St Trinians, sewing on the girls' buttons, washing their underwear.
Oh, it's all too sick-making for words.
Well, naturally, we shall refuse. But we must bear in mind the interest of peace.
Mr. Charles, you have not finished yet, sir.
Hmm?
Perhaps you would rather not read it in front of Miss Brenner, sir.
In heaven's name, why not? For the next 3 months, Sir Charles Hackforth will pose in the nude for the St Trinians Life class. It's outrageous. It's unbelievable. This is a piece of stark, staring juvenile audacity.
Stark? It certainly would be.
Obviously, this calls for the firmest possible action, Brown. Well, let us consider what options are open to us.
Oh, we could follow the procedure normally applied in dealing with strikes, Minister.
And what's that, Brown?
Throw in the towel.
What was that you said, Mr. Butters?
I said make them howl, sir.
Corporal punishment is forbidden at the moment, Mr. Butters.
I meant negotiate, sir.
Together with whom? With a bunch of underage female delinquents?
Who else can we talk to, sir?
This obviously calls for an entirely different approach, Brown. And I think I may have the solution.
You're always so splendid at resolving things, Minister.
Now, Miss Crane, I want to speak to Mr. Evan Williams, the secretary of the Left Action Democratic Students' Union. He's an ambitious young swine. He'd welcome 200,000 new members with open arms, I'd say.
You mean get the LADS to take over the schoolgirls, huh?
Precisely. And in return, we'll give the LADS some of the things they're after.
I must say, Minister, I do admire your grasp.
I now know, Sir Charles, why you've risen so far in politics.
You have given me the ambition to put myself up for Muswell Hill in the next general election.
I should have thought you'd have done better at Southall. Ah, Evan, my young friend, how are you, dear boy?
How many? 200,000.
Come over here. Hey, what are those fellas after?
It's in lesson 1 of the biology primer.
I bang the one in the middle.
They're supposed to be on picket duty.
Come on, then. How about a trip down the sea, eh? Yeah, I got the back of mine now.
There'll be discipline for this, sisters.
You didn't bring us here just to see the sea, did you? I thought it would be something more exciting. Like a cup of coffee.
Shall I tell him?
Yeah.
Our chaps at LADS are so chuffed by your show of fraternal solidarity, we've decided to throw a dance for your senior shop stewards.
You're kidding?
No, straight up.
When?
Tuesday.
Where?
There. Finished. Waiting to be towed away to a museum.
You'll be fancy dressed. Shall see.
Pay on delivery of the child to the above address. Here, this isn't ministry notepaper.
No, my firm's Wellington and Wesley.
Enquiry agents.
Oh, old established, love. One of our first clients was George III. He engaged us to keep an eye on George IV.
Having the girl over at your offices. Why?
Well, because that's where the girl's father will be, with the lolly. I mean, we couldn't do that sort of thing in a government office now, could we?
I suppose not. OK. The girls are at a union meeting now, so the coast is clear.
Can I have a portion of beef curry, please?
Coming right away, madam. Right. This is where the girl is. And here's the key. I'll meet you on the 9:50 train to London. I've told the girls I'm going up to Smithfield.
Oh, you do use meat around here, do you?
You better go out by the back way. And if anything goes wrong, I shall deny I ever met you.
Some of my best friends do that, love. Oh, here. And you'll eat with chopsticks?
This is no time to be funny.
With a load of male shaving pigs.
Male chauvinist pigs.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Why should we have anything to do with them?
Right.
Because we've got a lot of the same interests. Hey, and we know what they are.
Just cool it, sisters. Look, why not let those who want to go to the dance go, if they promise it's a one-off thing?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Be back in a minute, Angie.
You Angela Hall?
Who are you?
I'm your fairy godmother. I come to rescue you from the ugly sisters. My card? Genuine Bedouin, that, if you pardon the expression. Come on, kid.
9:50 train for Victoria is about to leave on platform 3. We apologise to passengers for any inconvenience. It's due to staff shortage.
Is from Littlehampton, Worthing, and Haywards Heath.
149 Piccadilly, mate.
Mr. Culpepper Brown does appreciate how anxious I am to see him.
Indeed he does, Mrs. Smith.
Don't suppose even the end of the world would upset the British civil service.
Hello? Mrs.
Mrs. Mowbray, your prayers have been answered. Your niece has been recovered.
Oh, thank heaven. Oh.
Well, I'm changing the word from consider favourably to seriously consider. Miss Carfax, would you retype that letter to the LADS, please?
Great news, sir. That Miss Higgs is on her way up with the young lady from Highdown.
At last, the wind is in our favour. Mrs. Mowbray, you couldn't have come at a better time.
Ta-da! The entry of the gladiators. Come on, where's the trumpet?
Oh, my darling. Thank God you're safe and sound. Oh, there now, my darling, don't cry. It's all right. It's all over now.
I want to go back to school.
Yes, of course you shall. And by tonight, you'll be safely back at Highdown.
Not that school, you old bag. St Trinians.
Brainwashed.
That's 149 Piccadilly.
What, that?
That's the Wellington Museum, built for the Duke of Wellington. I think someone's been having you on, mate.
Yeah, and I think I know who. Minister of Education, quick as you like. I want to see cold paper black.
If you mean Mr. Culpepper Brown, he's in conference.
Don't you worry about that, girl. You just tell him it's about the eye down nipper.
Very well, I'll see what he says.
The spirit of solidarity aboard the Salt Sea Queen. The bar's open, have a drink, get back here soon, because there's a slow sound coming up, so you can really get together.
Here! You've been framed.
Framed? Where'd you get this, Harry?
Well, I went to the minister to make him cough up, and I spots this. It's against all union rules, poaching members of another union.
Sisters of the 4th and 5th, we're going to lynch these sixth-form blacklegs. This is class war!
Right on!
This is Blake & Son, ironmongers. Sorry, we're closed.
The kind of music where you can find out whether she lives on her own or if he's got a car, you know what I mean?
Come on.
What we need is a declaration of solidarity. Some simple document we can all put our names to that will express our resolve to join forces.
Yeah. Right, come on.
Sign there, girls. It's just a declaration of intent. Nothing more to it than that.
Hey, look at them.
right, hand it over. We know what you and the ministry have cooked up, but there isn't going to be any takeover, brothers. Right, sisters?
Right. Don't talk like that, little girl. Sign with the rest now. You wouldn't like us to use force.
Blimey. Hey, we got trouble, Evan.
It's a bloody armada!
Keep padding for me, Paul.
Don't let them get aboard! Smash them! Remember the spirit of love and peace, eh? Listen, I've got a place to really knock out sound.
We're sinking. Everybody out. We're sinking, Boyle. Can anybody swim? Anybody else? Wait,
Let me tell you, brothers, it was a Pyrrhic victory. The little bastards have had it now.
But what can the ministry really do about it?
To hell with the ministry. It's the TUC that are backing us now. They read about what happened the other night. A bald-headed attack on a group of innocent trade unionists. They were hopping mad.
But the girls, they're trade unionists too.
Not recognized, brother. Not on the register of friendly societies. Tomorrow we shall offer them peace on our terms.
What are they?
Complete surrender, brothers.
Trades Union Council. It's official, all right. Look at that letter heading, all those names. You can see them on the box every night.
Are they trying to tell us we've got to be taken over by that mob?
In so many words.
And what are we going to do about it?
I tell you what we'll do. We'll disband the union.
Admit defeat?
Defeat? You joking? They won't let us form a friendly society, so we'll form an unfriendly society with an open-close shop and no membership fees.
Cool. I'm all for that.
Me too. It won't be a union. It'll be a non-union, the first non-union in the country. And if anybody, one single sister, joins that student union or any other union, wow, our non-union shop stewards will let her have it.
What is more, we have offered arbitration. We have even proposed a royal commission. wouldn't listen to a word I said. On me like a pack of wolves.
We heard it on today in Parliament, sir. Fearful row.
The situation's critical, Brown.
Couldn't be worse, sir. There's hardly a schoolgirl in the entire kingdom at work.
I've been checking, sir. Not an O-level, never mind an A-level, has been passed since last summer.
Is there no room anywhere for compromise?
Well, their executive committee have decreed all or nothing. They won't budge.
Then what are we going to do?
Throw in the towel.
What was that, Mr. Butters?
Throw in the towel, sir.
You're absolutely right. We must bow to the inevitable, Hugo.
You mean, give in to everything, sir?
Even their personal demands.
What alternative have we? If you want your K, Hugo, and you too, your MBEs, and I want to remain in politics.
But you do know, sir. You do know what they're asking.
Only too well, Miss Brenner. This will be my ultimate sacrifice to the welfare of British education.
Out of the way, woman. This way, Your Highness. This way, Princess.
Come in. Welcome to our school, Your Highness. Nice to have you back, Roxanne.
I'm charmed to meet you, Miss Vandermeer. Roxanne has spoken so highly of your school. Do you know, she pleaded with me to bring her back.
I am most flattered.
She has communicated her enthusiasm to her sisters, I'm afraid. May I ask, would it be possible for them to join her here?
Well, we are very full, but naturally.
In the hope that you would say yes, I brought them with me.
Oh, do please ask them to come.
There are, let me see, 16. No, 17. My sons are at Eton.
Of course, the boys equivalent to our school.
Can't you see I am engaged, Brown? Do the downstairs windows first.
Well, what do you say, madam?
I'm overwhelmed. But naturally, I shall have to engage extra staff. You'll be paying in...
Swiss francs.
How healthy. Roxanne, dear, help yourself to a chocolate. Hard centers or soft centers, whichever you prefer.
Right, here's my smalls. I want my wife fronts back Monday. They ought to install an early warning system round here.
Sign that productivity agreement, or don't you, Charlie? By the way, Minister, they're asking for your services at a number of other schools. We've even had an urgent request from a comprehensive at Scunthorpe.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember your history, Sir Charles. But when the Danes defeated the Saxons, they demanded money from them called Danegeld. But once the Saxons had coughed up, the Danes kept on coming back for more. See, the point is, once you start paying Danegeld, you gotta go on doing it. Come on, out you come, Grandpa, and take the pose. I think I'm booking for Scunthorpe next week.
No! Never! Never!
resourceful Miss Vandermeer sold her memoirs to a Sunday newspaper and retired to Morton-on-Sea because she had heard it was a one-eyed resort.